Food can impact your mental health and your mood. And I'm here with Kjersti Madsen. She's a registered dietitian with Providence, Hood River, to tell me more. Now, Kjersti, tell me more about how food impacts our mental health.
Food is part of each and every one of our days, and often we hear good foods, bad foods, junk foods, healthy foods, also food availability, cost of foods, enjoyment in preparing foods or eating out. So it's not always just the food, sometimes it's the environment that we're eating in as well.
Tell me more about that connection between food and mental health.
That is a great question. We often want to try and choose balanced meals, incorporating all sorts of different foods. And, focusing on whole foods as much as we can, it can be helpful to brighten up our plate with more colorful foods, ideally your fruits and vegetables.
Since you mentioned it, let's go a little bit deeper on that. What foods should we be eating to optimize our mental health and our mood?
Tryptophan containing foods can be helpful because that is an amino acid that is the precursor to serotonin production. Tryptophan can be found in salmon or tuna or other fatty fish. That also has vitamin D. Tryptophan is in nuts and seeds, soy products, eggs, dairy, and even in some fruits and vegetables, such as your green leafy vegetables, spinach, and pineapple.
So how does your eating environment affect your mental health?
That is a very important part of our eating as far as, trying to think of the enjoyment that we can get from sharing meals with family or friends, or out in the community at a restaurant, having a picnic with your family. And so your environment can really heighten that enjoyment you get from your food. On the flip side, it can also be difficult if you don't have the right cooking environment or home to cook in, or even your enjoyment of cooking is not your favorite thing to do, or even shopping, preparing, and deciding what to have.
How common is it for people to have an emotional connection to the food they eat?
I would say 100% of us have an emotional connection to food, be it eating for emotional reasons, possibly boredom, sad, happy. It's usually part of our celebrations. Each of us has an emotional connection to food.
When it comes to connecting nutrition with mood and mental health, what's the key to understanding that?
I would say food is fuel, and our brains need fuel. And so it can very much affect how we function throughout our day and our emotions if we're not adequately fueling our brains. So trying to optimize our health that way.
Well, this has been really enlightening and helpful. Thank you so much for talking with me today.
Thank you for your time.
Health Watch, sponsored by Providence Health and Services.